Joining me live in the studio this morning is Heather Massey with the Better Business Bureau. Now, the internet can seem like a convenient place for those looking to buy or sell used cars, but it can also present opportunities for scammers. So here with some tips on avoiding those scams is Heather Massey from your local BBB. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so what's the #1 sort of scam that people should be looking for when selling used cars online?
Well, if you're selling a used car, we've seen consumers and especially approached about the vehicle title scam. So what happens is you're selling your vehicle, someone looks to purchase that vehicle, and they're wanting a vehicle history report, which is very, very common. They want you to go then to a specific site. So this is a red flag.
Right.
You go to the specific site, you enter your payment information and your personal information. You find out the site is fraudulent. They then have your money and your personal information, and they could possibly download malware on your computer.
So this is literally a sheet on this site where they're asking you to fill in your information, and it's like a spreadsheet. So
Absolutely.
They just save it like a PDF, and now they have your address, your phone number, credit card information. That is so scary.
Right, and they then have your name, obviously, and they can go to banking sites and download your information. So just be really leery if they ask you to go to a specific site.
Right.
Vehicle history reports are very common, but you need to go to the site of your choice and make sure you research that before you enter that sensitive personal information.
And about how many cases have you had this season so far?
Well, we've seen a few, and it's mainly what we have reported. So if you have been victim of this or something's happened, a lot of times people are very embarrassed when this happens to them and they don't report it. So if it does happen, be sure to go to bbb.org and report it on our scam tracker. That way we can alert consumers in whatever area this is occurring.
Right. And okay, so when someone is interested in buying a car, we're getting near graduation season.
Yes.
So a lot of parents are looking at graduation gifts for their kids, or maybe even their son or daughter just got their license, and so they're trying to look to get them into a new car. What kind of questions should people be asking someone who is selling a car? What kind of documentation should they be getting from this person?
Well, you want to research first. You really do want to check out the vehicle and see the history. Has it had a series of accidents? How many miles are on it? And then you want to compare. A lot of people see a great deal and they think it is what it is.
Right.
You want to compare similar makes or model with the amount of mileage on the car, and if it's a significantly lower amount, that could be a red flag. It's not legitimate. Also, if the seller is wanting you to pay cash by wire transfer, or shockingly, they're asking for gift cards. This seems like, why would you do that? But if you're buying through another site such as eBay, purchasing those gift cards from eBay might seem legitimate because that's what they do. They want you to seem like it's a legitimate offer that they're going through.
Right. Very interesting stuff. But of course, as we know, if someone else is offering you as a third-party representative a gift card from eBay, it's not legit. You have to go through eBay in order to get that.
Right, and you want to have that secure transaction. They never want you to pay with a check, with a credit card, because that way you have some recourse if this turns out to be fraudulent. They always want that wire transfer so they have that cash amount in hand. Then you're not able to recoup it, especially when the vehicle is never delivered. They use these third-party sites to seem legitimate. They could even ask you to put money in a phony escrow account.
Wow, that is scary.
It is.
Okay, well, thank you for all of those tips. And of course, you can always go to the Better Business Bureau's website for more information. We have that graphic for you on the screen, and give them a call as well if you need any tips on how to avoid those scams. Heather, thank you so much for being in our studio this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
But after a quick commercial break here, we're going to